So good to see you, Jason.
It's really great to be here. It's really great to see you guys.
So let's talk a bit about your newest creations, Jason, because you've put a lot of stuff online within the last weeks, and we saw some lovely animals. And I don't know, do you see those animals in your lovely country?
Well, I mean, these prairie dogs do not really live in Ontario, where I live, but they live out west on the prairies, and that's where Crystal grew up. So we often make it out there, usually at least once a year, and travel in the summer to do our climbing and visiting family and stuff. So when we are out there, we do see them quite often, and they are super cute, but they can be a menace. So I don't know, they are rodents, but they're pretty cute.
So we live by the zoo. I haven't seen them there, but we have elephants and giraffes and other animals. So what is the secret behind your model? I mean, of course, I've seen your model, but when you think of a new idea, tell us the way you create such a creation.
Okay.
We have time.
I mean, this model was all Crystal's idea, actually, and I wasn't really part of it until it really got going. But this is what it started as. Just a little sketch. Here's the side view of what they might look like, and here's like the top view of how they were going to be laid out. So this is all we really had to go on for a plan. And then I had actually built these two guys probably like a few weeks or a couple months ago, or before we started the main model. So I kind of had an idea of how I wanted them to look. And then after that, it was just a matter of, playing around with different mechanisms to see how I could make them move. So I do have a bunch of prototypes. I just start putting together, like, this is one of them that drives one of them, and it like lifts it up and keeps it up. So I basically build a bunch of these independently just to see how the movement's going to be. And I had all these built separately at some point, and then we just kind of laid them out on a 32 by 32 base plate to see how they might fit together in a nice way. And then I had to obviously connect them all to be driven off one motor. So I was like tweaking the layout, and then eventually we just built up the rest of the model around the mechanism, essentially. And that's pretty typical of how I usually build things.
It's awesome. And we're going to show here your final creation. There it is. And of course, you can also visit the website jkbrickworks.com, where you see the model and you see how it all get together.
If you just skip to the end of that video, you can see it in action. But
we will. Okay, in a second, here we go. Oh my goodness, they are cute.
Yeah, they're pretty cute. It actually ended up being a lot more popular than I ever thought it might be, but they are pretty cute. So people really latch on to the cuteness factor.